Yeah, check. Happy Friday, everyone. So there's a delay. Happy Friday, everyone. We're testing the new microphone I bought. It's only $15 in Amazon. So I'm here with Terry. This is Chris and Terry show where we're bringing business and life to the spotlight. So all we're
Guys, I'm trying
let
to
me,
test the sound
let
on
me see.
Facebook Live, and I'm
Can you
having some
make it
issues
refresh?
here. How do I do it?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
oh,
refresh.
there you go. Okay,
Oh,
try to
okay, okay.
listen. Let me see. Can you? No, you need to
Oh,
put the
I
audio.
gotta get out.
No, no, no. You don't need to
All
get
right.
out. There. Okay, the microphone is working. Yeah. Hi, Christian. So
Okay.
that's Christian. So just a minute.
Okay. Okay.
The
Oh,
microphone
I
is
can
mute.
turn it off now.
Yeah, you just they're gonna see. You're gonna see comment there, because I cannot see it on my
Oh, I
end.
see. I see. Okay.
Yeah. So just tone
I
it
see
down.
what
You
you.
see
Okay.
Christian. Hey, Christian. So yeah.
Hi,
Hey, Hooker.
Christian.
We are here. Where are we, Terry?
Hi.
Hi.
So we're just leaving the studio here. We just met with our friend Jeff,
You. So
and
you would
we
see Christian there.
and we just had a really good spiritual stew
Yeah, Chris.
session. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Christian, where you gonna be at? Thank you for tuning in. Feel free to share and subscribe. Terry has your own channel, right?
huh?
Where they can follow you with this content.
Yeah, please follow me on my own Instagram at the. Wait, no. My Instagram page
Terry
is
Brown
Terry Brown
official. Oh
Official.
my god, I know it. Christian, yes, we're planning to meet next week. So
Yes, yes.
all the comment section, please. So we're gonna do this. This is our first time again. House of Movies. We're gonna
All right, no, we're not
that's
gonna answer
later.
that right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Yes, Christian, we'll keep in touch with you. But now, we are actually going to do a recap for our Dallas Startup Week. The Dallas Startup Week, FYI, Terry, it's an annual business conference for people that would like to grow their business, find connectors like investors, strategic partners. And this is I think the time that they did it, the first time they did it in the Embassy Suite.
Right.
And it ran from Sunday until Thursday.
To
So,
Thursday.
yes. Was that your first time?
That was my first time.
How was it? Your personal experience, because I know you're a digital marketing company.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from Dallas Startup Week has been some of the incredible people that I got a chance to meet. I met a lot of guys in technology, and then
Mm-hmm.
I also met a lot of guys in like the serial entrepreneurship space, so uh, business acquisitions and all
Mm-hmm.
those people. And so I think one of the biggest takeaways for me was acquire something that is already profitable.
Oh, okay.
And
Which
and
is
so
true.
so so one of the guys I really had a couple guys, but the first one I'm going to mention was Xavier, and he told me something that I thought was very profound. He said,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a lot of people spend their time trying to start a business from scratch
Mm-hmm.
instead of just buying a business in a niche market that they like or something that interests them,
Mm-hmm.
because you only have to put about 10% down to even acquire a business. And don't quote me specifically on these numbers. This is just kind of what I was told.
Yeah.
But he was like, you know, a lot of people, when you think about it, instead of starting a new business from
Scratch. Yeah.
with negative cash flow,
Mm-hmm.
he was like, you know, if we could teach people how to go and acquire a business in a niche market that they like for about 10% down, that's already producing. And he was like, you know, once you acquire that, the SBA helps out too, so that's a whole thing. But being able to be in that mind frame where it's like you can acquire a lot of business that are already profitable. So and immediately you get some of the equity and all of the things that come with buying a new business, and then you take that business from where it is already profiting to make it even better, but you don't necessarily have to start from scratch. So I thought that was pretty profound.
Actually, you're right, and we've been doing this for 13, 14 years. Where we because the accounting and financial planning, we cover a lot of business valuation.
Okay.
And one thing that I would like to add about acquiring a business, what you are acquiring when they said you don't need to reinvent the wheel if there's already the wheel,
Exactly.
right? But location is very important.
Yes.
And then for you to acquire, just to give you guys an idea how do acquiring comes in. Number one would be the business valuation. One thing that you're going to look, how much is the value, right, of the business so far that you're acquiring. Number two, make sure the liability, more than the value of the business, is the liability.
Got it.
So that's why you need to you have to do your due diligence when we
Mm.
talk about liability. there are different of things that you might be liable when you acquire the business. Number one are it's taxes.
Taxes. Okay.
All right. Remember, there is. Remember, there are taxes in the vertical level from the city level, the state level, the IRS level. You need to make sure they have a clearance status in terms of taxes.
Okay.
Number two, you do not just focus on the business, focus also on the spouse. Because remember, if there are, and this could be extreme cases, if there's lawsuit against the owner or lawsuit to the partners or even lawsuit to the wife, they can go after the business.
Because and also when you take over the company, you assume that liability.
Yes, and remember, community property, even the wife is not on that business, they can run towards the business because it's a joint property. The husband and wife, they don't only share the asset, they share liabilities.
Got it. Okay.
And it also goes a lot the other way around. If the husband owns child support, so that's why I'm saying that we've been we're checking different. That's the reason why they're getting us as like a fractional CFO to check everything. It's because I don't just learn it theoretically. We encounter it in a day-to-day basis. More than 1,000 plus clients that we encounter. There are different scenarios that been thrown to us. People like today, there's a lawsuit that happened between the two brothers.
Got it.
And then another thing, it's what you said is the another thing is the passion.
Got it.
So you need to really love the business, and you really need to the service, the product, and then also you also need to have that immersion to the owner. There you go. That's why. Oh, look at Christian. That's why we need to have this when we're doing live. Look at Christian. Shout out for Christian Isles.
Yes.
Yeah, one a good friend of ours, and he's really well connected to the community. He said that's why you have to end the cold LLC and start a new one, which is actually it's true, because what Christian was saying.
Okay. Go ahead.
I hope I'm not losing you.
No, please,
I hope
please.
it's not very technical. That's why I'm saying, right?
No,
So,
go ahead.
The thing about LLC, so we're broughting about LLC, limited liability company. However, when what I'm saying is, if you're acquiring a business, it's like you're acquiring an old house. Now, would it make sense to you if an old house, it looks good, people are faking it in the front, they're painting it, they do a lot of marketing, but then
There's
old
a lot of
house,
structural damage.
there are termites underneath, and it's super deep. When I say termites, embezzlement of money for the past 2-3 years, the previous owner did not really set it right, and then it was they did a lot of putting a lot of expenses where they're not expenses but personal, and now they're all negative. For the past, it ballooned their expenses, the income were not underreported. So those past 5-7 years, it's gonna haunt you if you're going to acquire. So where you lie on, and also the business structure is not set up right. There been a DBA, not an LLC for the past. So those are like in terms of, it's like buying a house. Would you buy a house that has so many termites and that you have to overhaul,
or you just go build
or
a new
why
house?
don't you just build? And this is one thing I learned about the Dallas Startup Week talking to a lawyer. Or would you rather buy a vacant lot? If the house will cost you another $1 million, or buying like a 150,000 worth of vacant lot and start there from the ground up, and then get another maybe 200,000 to construct the house on its own, which is the same thing, infrastructure of your business. Which one would save you less time and headache?
Right, because it would probably be that scenario because of all the issues with the old house.
Look what Christian says, no lien.
Right,
Yeah,
right. So you definitely want to make sure that there are no liens, because if you do buy that business, you assume every
all
responsibilities that are attached to that company. So
and ignorance of the law excuses no one.
Because guess what? Once you buy that, you are
It's
still
your
held liable, because the
responsibility.
first thing they're going to say, well, you should have did your research.
Exactly. You don't want to put. So that's why they undervalue the people about accounting, finance, marketing.
I agree.
Marketing, you always have to put a budget, because no matter how good whether it's a franchise company or it's an acquired company, marketing should always be fresh.
I agree.
Because look, COVID situation changed the dynamics,
it
the
sure did.
purchasing power, the behavior of people.
It sure did.
That's why I said marketing and accounting, it goes like hand
It goes
in
hand in hand.
And then you cannot assume all the responsibility of having one person do all these things.
I agree. So you need a team. Look, number one, get a team. And if you're going to build a business or buy a business, make sure that you have a team that can do their research, that can do all of the things to make sure that that is a great investment. Okay. Now, did you have something to say?
Actually, there's another one
Okay,
thing.
okay.
When you guys are acquiring a business, make sure that you tied up the owner for the next 2 years. He or she needs to have metrics. If their sales are 1 million every year, they need to keep that sales in 1 million. There's a contingency plan that they need to.
That's good.
Yes. Do not
That's
give,
good.
do not pay all, whatever. If the valuation is 2 million, do not pay off the 2 million. There should be a contingency plan that the owner should stay at least 2 years and be part of the company, because what you call that is immersion. She's going to immerse with the client. Hey, you know what? Terry Brown purchased and acquired my company, but he will be taking over for the next 2 years. And also the team, because there's also what you call the core value. There's a team culture, because people that it's like you owning another house, but you're keeping all the people living on it. If you don't have that, if they don't know you, you were not properly endorsed by the previous owner to the new owner, these people will sabotage you.
Wow.
Because I don't like Terry because he's like this. I don't like it's a honeymoon phase. So that's why I'm saying your customers are not only external, it's also the team, from chief technology officer, from the employees, whether from the waiter to the manager, to the waitress, to the back, anybody that's part of the company are your assets.
Wow.
So you need to win them over more than just the clients.
No, that's actually very powerful.
Right.
That's very powerful.
Yeah, acquisition is one. The other one is franchising or licensing deal.
Got it.
Because franchising, they already have what you're buying in the franchise is the number one, the name and the process.
Got it.
And they call it the system.
Exactly. You're buying the system.
Yes. And you don't want to buy a system. It's like a coconut. You only buy the external and it's empty on the inside. They don't have process. You need to make sure there are like, I call it 4 or 7 P's.
Okay.
The product, you need to know the product, the product, the pricing, the place, the promotion, the process, and the people.
Got it.
So 6. So those are the things when you're acquiring or even buying a franchise. Licensing is the same thing. So what? Look, bro, I love Christian. Christian, you need to be part of our. I can add Christian here.
Oh my God, Christian, you should be on
Why
here.
Mark Cuban kept part ownership of the Mavericks? That's very true. He stayed president. Yes. They said about business, it's not what you own, it's what you control.
Oh my God. So, I don't want to get too stuck on just this because this is only one point. Okay. This is only one of the takeaways. Another thing that I took away is collaboration. So how you need people in different fields to work with, right? Where for example, I'm in marketing, media, and you're in accounting, and then I met a lot of like guys who were in software engineering or development, and I met just some really powerful people, and I was like, oh my God, they can make my clients' process simpler, like all this technology that's there. And sometimes you just need to meet people that can help you grow in ways that you may never considered. So I thought that was one powerful thing.
And speaking of collaboration, shout out the people that you have to collaborate where you're in Dallas are the 2 top notch. These are Christian Isles, guys. Follow his page, and then support his business, his service.
Well, you got to tell them what Christian does.
Christian has she's well, Veronica is another one, but we're gonna talk about Veronica later. Christian,
hi Veronica. Oh my God, where is it?
Yes, Christian is the famous. He's not one of the famous. He's the famous hairstylist here in Dallas. Plus, he's been launching his. I thought you're gonna. He's launching his hair products from the shampoo. Thank you, Christian, for the free shampoo conditioner. There's also the hair oil.
Yeah,
you really need it.
And don't forget, Christian's also a hairstylist and all of that good stuff too. So shout out to you, Christian. I mean, I don't have hair, so
what do you call that? The heavy is the hair that wears the crown. Is that how it says?
I don't know.
Heavy is the hair that wears the crown.
I don't have no hair.
So guys, that is another. People spend budget with the hair because it's part of the aesthetic, the whole package of the brand. Also, shout out to Veronica. Rivera.
Shout out to Veronica. Hi, Veronica. So Veronica is also
she's a community
incredible person.
Specialist.
Yes. So let's actually talk about a little bit about what Veronica does, and then people should go and actually see Veronica to get some of the resources that Veronica has to offer. So Chris, if you can tell us a little bit about Veronica. Veronica, thank you so much for
Tuning
the
in.
shades, but also I want a pair of these socks.
This is a different. This is from Makini.
Oh, okay,
You know?
okay. I'm sorry.
But she's gonna give you socks on its way.
Right, I need a pair of those socks. Anywho, but yeah, if we can just tell people what Veronica does, because she is an incredible person and her spirit is just amazing. So,
Yeah.
hi, Veronica.
Veronica, she's a community relationship officer from Credit Union of Texas. I
Yep.
got free tickets in the VIP for watching hockey. And she's so generous, and she's very active, specifically not just in the Latina, Hispanic community. Of course, thank you for the support. Yes, we're all here,
Oh,
but
we're
I do
always
have
supporting.
socks. Yes, I got Veronica. I got the socks, but I don't know if you saw it. But this is not the socks.
Well, you
Oh,
gotta
wait,
put
wait.
them in the camera.
Yeah, there you go. Veronica, I'm sorry. This is free, but this is from McKinney Economic Development Center.
Ah!
But they don't compete though. The McKinney Economic Development Center, they do help business resources
Okay,
like grants.
okay.
And then Veronica, she has support a lot of organization from profit to non-profit, from women, from kids, from business community, from Hispanic community,
Yeah.
real estate community. So guys, if you are a new business owner, please connect with Veronica from of Credit Union Texas in Allen.
Yes, please, please, please go and see Veronica.
Yeah, Rivera.
I
We
don't
rock
have my
and roll.
shades, but they gave us some really cool shades, and we just had so much fun at Dallas Startup Week. So
Yeah.
thank you, Veronica.
And that's why I said I actually, you know how universe attracts the people when you say collaboration, and then you get Christian Isles actively, and then Veronica Rivera,
No, really.
right?
I mean, that's the power of it, right? And I'm glad you're bringing this up because, for me, I think what I needed from the startup week for myself was just to be in a community of entrepreneurs, other business owners, and just resources.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, it's hard out here when you're running a small business or when you're trying to like create a new business or anything like that. You just need certain nuggets, and you just need a sense of community that you have people that you can go to that will make sure that you either have knowledge or resources, or they can even direct you to the right people so that you
Yeah.
don't have to spend all your time looking for certain information where you can just go and ask somebody directly for help. So guys, my biggest thing for any of you out there that are new to entrepreneurship or that run small businesses, medium-sized businesses, anybody out there that runs a company, don't be afraid to ask for help and build a community of people where you can get the resources you need in a timely fashion, because it will save you a lot of time.
Yeah, I actually just want to add on to your input about it. Well, before that, Todos Unidos Creado por CUTX. Please follow Veronica's page. Otra vez, Todos Unidos Creado por CUTX. Muchas gracias, Veronica Rivera. Tengo bendiga. Hola, ¿cómo está? Yo quiero un mole.
Oh my God, you speak Spanish?
I speak,
Tú hablas español?
until
Habla.
when I get more.
Exactly.
old-fashioned.
You speak very fluent.
Wait,
Hola,
going about
hola,
that.
¿cómo estás? Hola, me llamo Terry.
Oh my God.
Tú hablas español. Yo hablo español muy poquito.
Oh my God, you're a natural speaker. Look at you. Yes, we can go to Mexico.
Yeah, tienes maybe like 10 años. Clases de
Oh, you did?
español, sí.
Oh my God, claro que sí.
Mhm.
Yes, my Spanish is just enough to put me in trouble, but not enough to get me out of trouble.
¿Dónde está el baño? That was the first thing I learned in
No, no.
Spanish.
I learned no, yo soy Dora. That's the first thing I learned. I learned Spanish sidetrack collaboration. You have to collaborate when you're here in
¿Dónde
Texas.
está el Dora?
Yes. No, yo soy Dora.
Oh.
The first thing you have to collaborate when you want to survive or to thrive here in Texas is watch Dora, next Dora. Not, I swear, that bangs. She should go to Christian Isles.
Goodness.
But
Oh my
no,
goodness.
no kidding. I would go all the way to Dora than Rosetta. The Rosetta Stone. Oh my God.
Well, you went to Dora instead of Rosetta?
Yeah, I watch YouTube with
Yes.
Dora.
Honestly,
I got so bored with Rosetta.
yeah, Rosetta.
She's so monotone.
It says, ¿Cómo está?
Yeah, she's like your terror teacher that never get married and then had these glasses.
Da,
And she
da,
go,
da,
"Oh my God, John
Dora
Scully."
the Explorer.
John-
Alright.
Well, collaboration. We're talking about collaboration, but there are different people that you need to be part. The company has at least 4 pillars. You need to connect legal. Okay, you need to have like a legal connect with other lawyer that you need, especially growing your business, because they will protect your business.
Yes.
You also need to connect with accounting.
Yes.
Okay, because the accounting would make sure to provide you a roadmap to have a clean cut of your budget.
Absolutely.
Because it's budget. You need to make sure your net profit. It doesn't matter whether you're making 10 million but you're 15 million on expenses.
Yes.
That's not a business. That's a charity. Next, marketing. Marketing always makes your business relevant. Make up to date, because remember, your market keeps changing. The same thing with McDonald's. They started to serve before some drivers, riders, but then
exactly.
they start to build a community of family friendly, right? So that's why I said marketing. It's always been part of that. And then another thing, you need to have the HR, because the HR will also motivate your team to pray, because your team takes care of your clients.
I agree.
If you don't have a good steady HR, that's something that will make your business shake.
I agree.
Okay, so those are the basic ones. We can also come up with the chief technology officer. The technology, if you're very savvy, innovation is always your thing, always fine.
Oh, okay. I want to add one last thing from my end. Now, this was amazing. So I met some incredible people there, and when I tell you, I stayed out to like 5 a.m. with this core group of people.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the power of relationships.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we're like, oh, you know, I need to get this, need to get that, need to get this. But sometimes there is so much power in just truly connecting with people and just building a friendship and some type of relationship, because when people know, like, and trust, they will take care of you. And so I met some incredible people, and we went out for margaritas, and we just had some of the best conversations. And so we were able to help each other, not just on a business level, but on a personal level, because we were able to connect and talk about things that we were either dealing with or life, and just the power of relationships. So if you don't listen, it's not always what can I get from somebody, but sometimes it's about just being true to you and just having a real connection with somebody where you can actually connect on a human level, and you connect in a way that is both good for your mental health, your physical health, and that will translate over to business.
That's very well said. Actually, another resource before I go and add more input to what you've said. Also, sources of money, a bank, investor, you need to really develop good relationship, and you need to leverage with them.
Yeah.
Because they can find ways, even as long as you have an experienced banker, experienced investor or mentor. You guys are amazing partners. Anyone that's looking to grow their business. Of course, we are in this together. We're the triad. So Veronica, in terms of funding, they just opened a business product of Credit Union Texas. Hey, Credit Union Texas, give us more.
Right. Yes.
We promote that.
Yeah, we would love to do a sponsored ad.
Yeah, and so going back to what you've said, this is what I've experienced with dealing with consulting with business that would like to start their business. They always put, okay, I'm gonna lend money, and I said, did you invest your time talking to mentors, talking to people that already been in your business, and then ask them for coffee?
Yes.
Or maybe you can shadow for the next 5 days, because instead of you going to an MBA school, why don't you spend time there with somebody that already has an existing business that what you want to have?
Right.
Because you would learn. Business is like, you don't learn. It's like riding a bike. You don't learn the bike by reading the manual.
No.
You're actually riding the bike.
You gotta ride the bike to learn.
Get the bruise.
Yep.
You can bleed. You don't know where direction, how to step on the brake. It's the same thing with the business. If you keep reading but you don't execute, that's nothing.
Means nothing.
An idea has no value until it makes you profit. Remember, I told you profit, not money. I didn't say about income, because profit is what you take home after all the expenses has been taken out.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's why relationship comes in different forms and sizes. It doesn't mean, like, people thought that relationship is like when you hand up a spam, like a business card, and then, okay, it's like you're selling. That is not relationship.
That is not a relationship.
What relationship is sharing? When you say sharing, share your time to the person.
Right.
Get to know the person, the person give also that chance to get to know you.
Yes.
Do not sell anything, just talk about the frog method, the family, the creation, occupation, and goal of the person, vice versa. 80% listening, 20% will be the talking part on your end. So that's why you invite people for coffee, invite people for whatever. If they're like playing sports, maybe bowling, billiard, it doesn't matter. But Loyalty goes a lot. Yeah, that's true. Ironically.
Yeah, loyalty does go a long, long way because sometimes when you don't have a relationship and you don't meet certain criterias,
Mm.
the relationship can help you in so many ways. Because if it's just black and white, and sometimes you may not meet certain criterias that may be required to get the loan. Sometimes you can be given a loan based on a relationship and
Yeah.
credibility than if you did not have that. So
Exactly. That's actually part of the five C's: collateral, capacity, credit, and then there's one character.
character.
So
Yeah.
there's one thing. Is this guy really? It is what he meant to be. Like for example, you become like a subject matter expert for the past years, talking about how to increase their credit scores.
Yep.
So and then you start to have your own credit score company. So all of these come into play because this is our bread and butter for the past
Yep.
13 years, and that's why it's a good opportunity for you to learn. And there's no excuse on learning.
No.
Tony Robbins says, we don't lack resources. What we do lack is resourcefulness.
Oh, high five.
High five.
Yes.
Please buy our book.
Please buy our book. Look, our Terry and Chris show is coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that. We are going to invite some incredible people to our show. So yeah, we might feature all of you that are coming in the messages here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we just bring what we learn as we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Friend, let me also ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What is one, because I know you asked me what did I take away. Now, what is one thing or a couple things that you took away from the Dallas Fashion Week? And Dallas Fashion Week, hi, give us a little podcast section that next time. We'll run that for you. But anywho, let's talk about what you took away from the Dallas Fashion Week.
Yeah, not everybody is your client. Not everybody would fit to your idea, to your business model, but you have to respect it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm telling you, you get more no's than yes, but it doesn't mean that you're a failure.
Right.
It just means that you're striving and growing. You're like a wine. You're gonna taste better every time you experience this hardship.
Yeah.
You will be a diamond because you're going through friction. But never ever blame other people because they don't like your idea.
Oh my God.
It's just because the universe, they're not the one that put you, but you're one step closer.
Or sometimes it just means not right now.
Yes.
Because and that's why you have to make sure that you respect people at all times, right? Respect people, because you never know who may be your future client or who may be the best referral that you're ever got. And they may not have even been your client, but they may be one of the best referral sources ever. And so just respect people because timing is very important. You may not have been able to even, facilitate what that client needed because you were not ready to take on such a big project. So, everybody's not your client, but sometimes it's just not the right timing and you just have to respect the process.
And exactly. And criticism is the best feedback.
Yep.
Okay. What you have to do is collect everything that you get from it, but you do not put yourself in a defense mode. You're not in that position. All you have to do is absorb everything, listen, and then, because remember that the product and the business model always grow, and then the grow needs changes and adaptations.
Yes.
To serve the current market.
Absolutely.
If they say something, just take it and then do your notes. Okay, I'm gonna write this. I've been beaten down by a lot of investors. I'm raising 2.5 million with my mobile app during COVID situation. But you know what? I learned a lot from it. But after the rejection comes in, they give us resources.
Yep.
You need to do this. This is a free website where you can put your pitch deck. And that's why, since I don't have my mobile app right now, I'm giving the free platform like a Tinder, but it's more for investor and entrepreneur meetup. So it's just pay it forward.
Pay it forward, yeah.
And also one another thing of my takeaway with be part of like a volunteer.
Yes.
Try to volunteer. You don't need to volunteer with everything, right? But just volunteer to one thing that appeals to you, that talks to your heart. The good thing about that, through being a volunteer, like being part of the board of director or being just volunteer in one of those days, you would have more access to other resources.
Right.
So that's why I said, and that's why instead of you after 5 p.m. going or before 5 p.m. you can volunteer like 3-4 hours and talk to people, and then they will give you a lot of, they call it tips and tricks how you get things done.
Mm.
So that's why it's been know your volunteer. Yeah, there you go. Veronica says know your volunteer hours, and
Right.
also don't get drunk. Okay, guys. Okay, don't be carried away. That's another my takeaway, guys. Be a moderate, social. Okay, I'm not discouraging you from drinking, but I don't want you to be alcoholic. Okay, the drink there because remember, they have free wine, all of this.
Yes.
Do not be always, even though after like mixers, it's still like be professional. Okay,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people, they say things outside the business. Guys, you don't have to lower your guard. Maybe just a little bit average, but do not like
Right, right,
do,
right.
do not do that. Like at the end, you're still the brand of your company. There you go. When you work, never drink when you work. Just be a social drinker because at the same time people are observing you,
People are
checking
always
on you.
observing,
It's
yeah.
just how that's why when people are like, oh, I stay away when people are just there's some conversation that should not be discussed.
And you know what, guys? For me, I'm always like this. Hey, if you mess up, it's not the end of the world. However, either get a good PR team or just make sure you just monitor yourself and stay away from all the negativity. And if it's too much gossip, walk away from it because
Yeah.
you don't have time for that. You don't even need it,
So
honestly. So just make sure that you have positive people around you at all times, and also that you keep a good friend around you who's going to be able to say, checks and balances. Hi, let me get my friend out of here before it gets too much.
So, well, that's me and Terry. That's why I want to have Terry around me because when the conversation becomes awkward, I'm just gonna pull Terry and then I'll be gone.
Yeah, Chris put me in a situation where I stayed up to 2 a.m. because he walked away.
Because,
And he left.
because he knows he's a diffuser. He knows how to neutralize without even them knowing it.
I thought
And
my
that-
friend was coming to take me to get a drink, and he ended up exchanging me out with him. And it was this fantastic person, but
Yeah, but
yeah, Chris, yeah, he got me on that one. And then I looked around. I said, "Where's my friend?" He said, "Okay, bye. I'm going home." And I'm like, wait. And he was like, "No, you're good. You got it." And I'm like, huh?
I mean, call you back.
Sorry, I gotta meet with her because I gotta.
Okay,
I gotta
okay,
take
we have
some.
to wrap this up. But guys, if you okay, so our live is stopped. But anyways, that's a cue for us. Anyways, we're gonna provide you with more, and it's stopped already. But we're good.
Oh, is it stop?
And no, not yet. There you go. But
Oh, okay.
if you want to know more, let me know. Comment below. Again, here and Chris and Terry show, we're bringing your business and life to the spotlight.
Yes,
Happy
yes.
weekend.
Happy weekend, guys, and
Good
be
job.
safe out there and go and have some fun.